Alright, this one might be a little bit shorter, but in my whole career, who was my favorite person to train spar with? Man, I went and trained with Ryan Jensen and Jason Brills, Houston Alexander, that whole team back in like 2015, and those guys, man, just like that skill level was just crazy. You know, it's just even them taking it easy on me of just the technique of what they knew. It was probably like one of my favorite, I don't know, quote unquote famous people to train spar with. My favorite team, I want to say I trained sparred with, was Team Underground in Colorado Springs, which when I started with them in 2009, it was just in my buddy Chris Solorzano's garage. And now he has a big gym. And I mean, it's still going today. And it's amazing, you know, what it turned into. But it was like true brother chemistry, you know, of like we hung out all the time. We trained all the time. We worked around each other's schedules. Like, we were truly family. And so it was good. Like, they were the best people that I sparred with, like, as like far as my favorite, because like you could tell each other you're going too hard. You can tell each other, hey, I need to work on this today. And you can be real with each other and say, hey, you're being an asshole, you know? Like, come back down to earth. So, yeah, looking back on things, you know, definitely my favorite people. Not because, like, I mean, I did learn a lot, but it wasn't from, like, that, oh my gosh, like, big factor. It was more family factor. If I could share the octagon with anyone, who would it have been? Man, that's hard, because, like, when you're older, like, you know, it's like, in the time, I was like, oh, I want to fight Uriah Faber, oh, I want to fight, you know, Donald Cerrone, but then, now I look back after fighting UFC guys and Bellator guys, and I was like, oh, man, I would have got my ass kicked, you know? But I think if I could have shared it with anybody, good question. I don't know, maybe something crazy, you know? Maybe if I could have shared it with, like Ken Shamrock, just because he's from my hometown and he's a douchebag, and so I would have loved to, like, punch him in the face. Even though completely different weight classes, but I would have loved a chance to fight, you know, a Hall of Famer, and just a guy I really don't care for. Who's my top 3 MMA UFC fighters of all time? Anderson Silva. You got to put him in there. GSP, obviously. I don't think anyone could ever leave off GSP. And Anderson. I'm trying to think of maybe some older. Probably BJ. But I don't want to say Matt Hughes over BJ. But kind of right there on that 3 and 4. So